make sure you're keeping an eye on where you're stepping. There's stuff all over the floor. I trip on something every day, so you want to be careful of that and kind of keep close and just be aware of machinery and things moving around, okay?
It's about 10 minutes.
Huh?
It's about 10 minutes, he'll bring some more. He's right down the street.
Oh, okay. All right.
So if you guys want to start, I can bring the rest of the group in, or whatever you want to do.
Oh, okay. Yep.
Oh my God,
I'm just going to chime in when I chime in.
Okay. Well, no, she's not going to explain anything. I'm going to talk to people.
Okay.
Usual.
Wow.
It's like perfect.
There's really nothing there. Hey guys, there's so much dirt on the ground.
Okay, so we're going to walk through construction with all of our students. And Felice and Adrian LaCour, our new freshman academy administrator, and Ed, our favorite architect, our only architect, and Mr. Grossi, our assistant superintendent, and the Daily Journal. Are you gonna wave at us?
Hello.
All right, so we're gonna get started.
All right, well, welcome everybody. As Dr. Walters said, I'm Ed. If you have any questions as we're going through, feel free to ask me, stop me if I start rambling on about stuff. But here we are at the new work at the high school. We'll kind of take a look at some things outside and then we'll go inside. So right behind you here, if you remember, this used to be the large blank stone wall. This is going to be a new wall filled with color, a giant K, really creating an identity for the building with your new logo and new features. So as you're driving by, you definitely know where you're at. To the right over here, you see the new entrance to the building. Again, it's a new secured entrance, so it creates a new security feature as you come in the building. People can't just walk in the school and wander around. They have to come in and check in, and they can't just get to the building. It also kind of creates a new location where you know where the front entrance is. Before it wasn't very identifiable, so trying to create an identity of the building and so you know what you're doing when you get here and where to go. If you look to my right back here, this is going to be the new circle driveway and visitor parking area, which you guys didn't have before. Everyone just kind of parked along the front of the building. So you have some new visitor parking spaces. This is where buses will drop off in the morning and parents can park in the afternoon. And then the area that we're standing in here now, instead of being a driveway, this is going to be a new outdoor plaza space. So as kids are waiting after school or before school, there's some outdoor seating and just an outdoor plaza in front of the building.
Oh my God.
Back over in the corner there, you can start to see the new addition for the classroom spaces, which will go inside. But again, creating sort of a new look to the building. You see the new maroon brick that's there, kind of working with the district's colors, and really creating something that's a statement piece that stands out for the building. So with that, we'll walk into the building, and you guys watch your step and be careful as you go in. Like a warehouse when we are done. Alright, so we're standing in the new entryway of the building. So in front of me here will be a full set of glass doors. Behind me here, another set of glass doors. These are all going to be locked down. When you come in the building, you have to hit a buzzer. And to my left here, where you'd enter the main office, where you get buzzed in, you have to give ID, check in before you're released into the building. We'll actually walk through here real quick.
Press the button.
So here we'll be sitting in the new reception area. There'd be seating along here as you wait. The new reception desk where you can greet it and check in. Along this side we'll have a glass wall where you can see into the building and see what's going on, and then a set of doors where you actually get to enter the building into the space. Behind us we have offices, so we have Mr. Harris's office, we have some work rooms, we have a new conference room along the side over here, which is a space that we definitely needed to add. And a lot of extra space to add around the building. I don't want to bore you guys too much with the rest of the office stuff. I'm sure you're more interested in classrooms, so we're going to walk up and go around this way. So, right now we're in the new entryway, and you see where that wall back there is? That was the line of where your old hallway used to be. What we've done is made this a much wider space here, so when you have theater performances and you have intermissions, you can actually have a space that's big enough to let people out, go down to the concessions area. This wall right here, it's going to have a bunch of display features, kind of going over the history of the community, the history of the district, the history of just everything in Kankakee. So it's really an homage to what's gone on over the years, and so kids can go look and have a sense of really what Kankakee is and what Kankakee School District is. Part of the second phase of construction, so this is not going to be done from the beginning of the school, but you can see a little bit of what we're doing in here.
Wow, we have a pit.
So yes, as you look in, there's a new orchestra pit that's been installed. There'll be a new stage going in, so you actually have a wooden floor stage like a normal theater space. All these ceilings are going to be ripped out. There's going to be new lighting, new sound systems, new middle of the house lighting and sound station, which was in the back of the house. So now you can actually hear and see what's going on in the house in here is going to get completely refinished, but that's a little bit further down the road.
I wanna swing from the chandelier. Wow! Great. Great, and we have a pit. We have a pit. Oh my god.
Walk down the hallway here, and then we'll head through the new cafeteria and common space.
That's awesome. Hairspray. So industrial without the real stuff on
So again, as we're walking through this space here, as I mentioned, there's going to be a history wall here dedicated. Also going to be a display case back here in the district. Along this wall there'll be some monitors that'll display things that are going on in the school, but also be able to display performances that are going on in the theater. So you can actually see what the kids are doing inside from the outside. And as we head down here, we're going to make our way to the commons area.
I just took a class of painting it. Oh, yeah. Dude, making history out of it. Look at this. A new room. Oh, wow. It's so hard not to touch stuff. You just want to put your hands on it.
Come on, let me fix my hair. Come on, I gotta fix my hair first.
Before we head into the common space, just one thing that I want everyone to notice is see all this new boring piping that's running above us?
Cute.
It's very cute.
It is industrial.
Why that's important is anything that we're touching in this building, as far as where construction is going on, will now be air conditioned, which was not the case before. So that's all piping for air conditioning. It's for new water. It's for new mechanicals. It's all of that stuff. There'll be new data, power, everything run throughout. So it's going to be data rich and air conditioned spaces. So I think that's something just to take note of.
Oh, yeah.
Every area that we're touching, so about half the building. And then it is set up to be able to take air conditioning for the remainder of the building in future phases, so it's expandable.
That's so good.
You're
for you
down the
guys.
road, right?
Yes, down the road. So we'll head down this way, watch your step. So the area that that we're standing in right now, this is all going to be open to the commons area, so there'll be a lot of flexible seating and different types of tables. This section here is going to be a senior lounge area, so there'll be some other seating in here where you can kind of separate from the main seating area. There'll be a countertop table here where you can actually look into the rooms, and the rooms behind us here are the new Culinary Art Spaces. So this is more industrial type cooking where you can learn to go into the business of making food and running restaurants. You can take a peek inside real quick. So under this cooking in a real kitchen. That's right. Behind us a new cooler and refrigerator space. And here's where you have a teacher or outside vendors coming in to kind of give some lessons on cooking. This wall right here is actually going to be a full glass wall. So that can be used as either a classroom space, it could be used as a dining space. So if you were to run a restaurant for a day, you can make food in here and actually serve with a group in there. And then that wall would actually open up and make this one large space. So if you're doing larger presentations or having bigger groups to learn about the culinary arts, you can bring in larger groups. So we'll cut through here and kind of work our way around.
Our design principles, community, history, see what they have ahead of them.
Yeah. People can be seen.
Yes. And then it gets that sense of wonder.
It's going to be painted a lot of different colors in here. So right now we're going to be heading into one of the academy spaces. Again, this area here is great to get that lounge space. There's a lot of seating in here. Here we're going to have all the glass doors, so you can close the academy off, and so you're not getting a lot of noise during passing periods and that sort of thing. You have a lot of transparency as to what's going on inside.
It's purple and pink. Come on, you can't get better. The freshmen will be in the afternoon.
So, space we're in here, this is all new space. So, all that addition that we saw outside, that's out here. You can see the new high ceilings to bring in natural light into the space. This is really the center of the learning hub. There's a lot of furniture that's going to be flexible in here. This space is bigger than 2 full classrooms. So the idea is that all these learning rooms around the perimeter here, and we'll take a peek at a few, are used for different things throughout the day. So you might be in one working on a small reading project. One day you might be in a lab. Later in the day, there's smaller group rooms for 6 to 8 kids to go through projects. Or you might come out here with 2 full classes and do a larger presentation. This whole wall is writable surface, so it's a big presentation wall. And we'll take a peek in a couple of these rooms over here. You know what? Let's go this way. There's less stuff.
Right? Yes. Wow. Y'all don't even have to know.
I don't know if there's a good way to... Can you go through here? You don't mind if that was taking, guys. We appreciate it.
I'm very jealous.
So, as these guys move out of our way, one thing you're going to notice here is every one of these rooms you see large glass. So the idea is to have some transparency. The kids, you guys can see what's going on inside the classrooms, and if you're in the classroom, you can kind of see the activities that are going on out here. So someone might be doing an interesting lab or a section, and you're like, oh, what are they doing? And go out and take a look, and it's really keep everybody engaged. So this room here is going to be one of those smaller group learning rooms. There's 2 of those. And we'll move into some of the larger classroom spaces.
always gonna be black out. They're always.
So one of the main things that we're looking at is flexibility of space. So the idea that one, you have flexible different types of spaces to do different things. So you saw the big space out there where you can do large groups. We have a smaller group. This space here, you use one car, all close off, and then you go into two smaller group classrooms. Writable surfaces everywhere. So every day it could be something different. Giving a lot of options to do different things. Again, you see where the wood is, windows aren't in yet, but there's going to be a ton of natural light in here, so creating spaces that doesn't feel like you're in a natural light. You're not going to be able to get to that room next to us, but that has all your living lab and stuff, so you have gas, water, fumes. You can actually do science experiments and things in there while you're doing maybe a lecture or something more traditional in here. And a lot of flexibility again. So you're trying to be able to do everything that you can throughout the building in this hub here. Step out here. Again, I mentioned the idea of flexibility in these rooms being used for different things throughout the day. What that means is nobody owns a classroom. The teachers aren't always in one classroom. They're going to rotate and work together. So this is a space where all of the teachers can actually, if they're not in a room and you need to see them for some reason, you know they'd be in this space. That wall there is another glass wall, so they're very open. You know where your teachers are, they know where you are. That glass wall can slide open if there's parent-teacher conferences or other things where you can actually come in and out of the space and just have this overflow. But again, the idea that people are collaborating in a certain space to figure out how things are going to work, and then they're flexible to move around the spaces throughout the day. So we're going to head down the hallway and take a look at a couple other spaces in the building, and then we'll work our way back around.
Doesn't look like I was cool.
No, it's hard to believe it.
I don't even remember where we are. It's a freshman hallway.
So as you cross through here, you're really going to notice the difference between the building as it was and then the new construction here. So we'll come back through this way down the road, but that's the Student Success Center there, and that's the new hallway to connect you back to the main commons area. To our left here, we'll have a staff lounge space, and then as we make our way down, we're going to have some of the administrative space.
I know where we are now. Look, Allie. I know where we are This is like the songs that they be playing on Saturday mornings, right? Where you gotta
Give me a free moments overlapping. So a lot of the work that's going on in these two rooms here, this is for administrative spaces. So instead of all of your APs being in the office and all of administration one spot away from everybody, they're spread throughout the building. So for the group that's in here, which would be your AP, social workers, secretaries, that learning hub there. So they have an adjacency, they're close, you have easy access to them. So for every hub or academy throughout the building, there's going to be an administrative group that's nearby. So you're not having to always go to the central office to get in touch with those folks. So we'll take a little walk down here and go back into the existing portion of the building. So real quickly here, we see a new set of doors coming in here. We're also adding a new set of doors there. So security was a big part of looking at the new construction. So now those doors to the outside, you can't just get into the building. There's a second set of doors that create a buffer. That's going to be the location of the credit union as well, so there's a new door to the outside for that.
Shout out to the Teachers Credit Union.
You see the set of doors here. There's going to be a few of these throughout the building now, where if there's activities going on after school, people can't just wander the entire building. You're able to partition it off and close things off. So trying to secure things and make it a little bit of a safer environment where people can't just wander around everywhere, and you have some controlled access points. We want to walk through here? I think we probably can.
I'm gonna mess with the custodians now. That makes sense. I'm gonna mess with the custodians. It looks like they wrote this is a clean area. Clean area. I am so sorry. This is not my idea. Oh man.
Everyone.
Business manager. I lost it. You, sir?
Like it looks so good. This doesn't even feel like the same school. Like because we're in the hallway that hasn't changed yet. It feels like before was so much larger than it was before. It's so many more spaces, places to go, just open. And then I mean this is still good. This is still a high school, but this is a lot more. It almost feels like you can get claustrophobic now being in this hallway after being at the new like construction zone where it's so open and stuff. You guys are gonna have a good time here.
So real quickly, this is just another one of those administrative areas for this section of the building. It was going to take us around a loop, but the floors are just waxed over there, so we're going to kind of cut back through the other side here. So sorry for taking you to a dead end.
The holding cells are like all plywood. I've been there for 4 years.
Really? I thought they were in South Chicago.
The corn is still there.
I just called in some 2 bags. Tell the cart girl to get ready.
Oh boy.
Can I put liquidated damages against guys that don't do their project right for a year?
I feel like you should try to.
No? Well, there's going to be financial consequences.
Okay, this still looks like the same chair.
Straight down, and we're going to make a left
makes
towards
me-
the end.
It makes me feel a little bit more like
Love the music.
Okay.
You okay, Kayla?
yes, I'm okay. Where's that I'll get a lot of chair. That looks like that. This wasn't here before, was it?
No, this is new. Okay, so where we're standing now is where we're going to have one of the borders of. So the group of classrooms that are behind us, that's going to be the second academy space that's going to start once school starts and everyone is in classroom. So that wall where everyone's standing right there, that's going to have barriers up, and they're going to be working in the rooms behind it, and then that's going to open up and become another academy space after the first of the year. But new hallway to get you through and get access to the rest of the building, and we'll take a walk in. large glass in the doorways, this is going to be the entrance into this academy. What you can see where that plastic is, that's the old exterior of the building. We're standing where the courtyard used to be. This has all been infilled.
Oh, wow.
So that wall is going to get knocked down once school starts, and this is going to be closed off, and all those rooms are going to get remodeled.
Wow.
But everything we're standing in is the old courtyard.
I still can't believe these are twins.
So we're going to go into this space here behind me. Alright, so the space Success Center. So you're going to be able to come in here and work on different things. You'll have some traditional media over in this area, like books and shelving. You also have different workstations throughout. You have some guidance folks that you can work with in the offices in the back. You can see this is the old courtyard, so we were able to make the building taller. So you can see all the natural light that's going to flood the space. Take a peek out here.
I would enjoy coming there.
We have the commons gathering area. Everything you're looking at is all going to be pretty much open. It's going to be new ceilings, but it's going to be wide open with different types of seating throughout. We're going to go back around and we'll take a look at the kitchen area. Where it's a little bit different than how the service was done before. And then we're going to make our way back and look more at the fine arts area of the building. So we'll head back out here.
Oh yeah, fine art. Super tan. So the area we're in right now, again, this will be the new hallway to work around, and then those areas will be closed off for phase 2. This is another one of the administrative areas that'll be dedicated for this academy space. So again, those are sprinkled throughout. Up here to my right is going to be the new serving area. Alright, so where we're looking at now, you see every set of these columns here and every opening. Every one of these is going to have a large overhead door space. Every one of them is a different serving area. So you have 4 different serving areas where you can go in and grab different types of lunches depending on what you want for the day. So the idea is that they each serve something a little different. So it also relieves some of the congestion. Everyone's not lining up at the same spot, but you're able to come in and pick what you want and then work your way into the space and take a seat at all the different types of seating that are in here. But you can see inside, it's all brand new equipment. It's all meant to work in conjunction with the culinary arts. So it's the same sort of stuff that the kids are using in there that they can potentially come and assist with the folks in the kitchen for a day. It's sort of a work program. So having a connection between the two is really important here.
come down the road. We're looking at Kington. So, to the left here, this will be for theater performances during intermission. You can come and grab soda or chips, having an area dedicated to that. And then this whole space out here with all that new seating, during a break you might grab a concession, just sit down and take a break out here, come out from halftime or something and just relax, have a coffee or soda. But being able to use these spaces for multiple things beyond just the day-to-day activities. We're going to head back this way and then we're going to make a right down the hall. We're going to go on the other side. Stop. We're going to take a quick peek over here and then we'll take a look at the rooms down there. So if you look to the room back in the corner here, some of you guys may remember there used to be a pit that stepped down and really wasn't a very functional room because you couldn't really sit in there. It wasn't very safe because you could fall down the pit. That's all been filled in. There's actually going to be a new wooden floor that goes in there. And that's going to be the choral room, and it's also going to be a multi-use room. So on the wall there'll be mirrors, there'll be ballet bars, you can do dance, drama, different types of things in that space. There'll be offices to go along with it, rope storage, music storage, sheet music storage in here. This room here is going to be the new prop shop for the theater. So on the outside of the building there's going to be rolling door materials and these sets and these set design. That wall here is going to open up so you can actually wheel the sets onto the stage and then pull them back out to the prop shop and rework them, and so you don't have things sitting all over the place. So it's really meant to replicate a lot of what happens at LCC, so it's a different miniature version of that. So we're going to head back this way and take a look at the new band room space.
Wow, I'm so excited for this. We're going to do
It don't matter, you still train by They're talking about the King Jim.
Alright, so the area behind me here, this is going to be the new band room. So, if you remember, there used to be a lot of glass here. This used to be the kitchen area. It's all been cleared out. See the massive beam that we had to put in here? That thing was huge, but to be able to make this space bigger so you can actually fit all the band students in this space. So there'll be acoustical treatments on the ceiling, sound system, all the things that a band room should have. The wall behind it will be where the offices are, the practice rooms, all those things here. Walk down the hallway and look at a couple of the other spaces that we're making some changes to, and then we'll be done.
Are you serious?
this side of the building, including the theater, the band room, the choral, all that is going to be part of the second phase of construction. Seeing a lot of those activities are already carried out at LCC. Going to happen over there while this part of construction is getting completed, but this is the area where all that's going to happen. So behind me, this is going to be all the band practice, store room, stores, all that will connect directly to the band room. This was the weight room, so what we've done is move that further down the hallway. We'll take a quick look there, but it's really just a big box right now. Good, how are you? All right, I'm going to bring in a group in here for 1 second. Right, so, yeah, so what this is, it's going to be, and like I said, it's kind of just a big box, but the wall that they're building is going to separate the driver's ed room, so it'll have the access outside to the parking lot. It's going to have all the simulators and that in there. And then this space here is going to be a lab space. So where the keyboards and stuff that are outside the mobile are, they're going to come in here, so you can actually do that music production in this space as opposed to having it outside. And a little better protection of the equipment. And we'll go next door and look for the new band or the new weight room is going to go.
Okay, yes. She getting that phone call.
It's like instant.
So again, right here is basically going to be the new weight room space. So we'll have some new flooring, we'll have new mirrors, some new finishes in the space. It'll be air conditioned. We'll have access to the outside, but for the most part, pretty similar in size to where the old weight room was, just a location that made more sense. It's also closer to the gym spaces and the field house and locker rooms, so you have more of a direct proximity with the weight room here as well. So with that, that's all the stuff we're touching.
Well, wow, this is so that is a lot. And all of these places are going to be air conditioned. Hallelujah! I have a question. How did y'all just flip this building around? Like,
And the administrative team, they really had a vision of what they wanted your school to be like and how they wanted the kids to learn, and so we just helped them achieve that. But
Wow.
that's credit.
Every space we touch will be community, history, hope, and wonder. So did this give you hope and wonder about what's going to happen?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, do you feel a part of a community now?
Oh, yeah.
And do you think we valued your history?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
This is great. You're going to love your new school. When is it going to be done?
We have a few phases, as I mentioned, so some of it will be done by the start of school.
And
Wow.
the goal is to get it done completely in 6 to 10 years. Robbie is doubtful, but I am hopeful. Community,
Hope.
history, hope, and wonder.
And he's wondering.
Yeah, Robbie's wondering and I'm hoping.
Can I just reiterate that you guys are going to have air conditioning? Yeah. Air conditioning. In the auditorium too. Yeah. And we have a pit in the auditorium. And we're going to have dance. This is a university.
Band room in the high school?
And the band room.
That's amazing.
Well, we had a band room last year. They took the drama room. Well, I'm still a little salty about that. But everyone's going to have their own space. So it's all good. It's all good.
Guys, do you have anything to say? Just one word. One word. What word?
Just one.
Just one word.
Yeah, I was gonna say that. Amazing.
All right. No, I like that. Hope. All
Got
right. Okay, so we're going to get off. High school's going to be fabulous.